Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading for your sign. So let's see what's coming up for you. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so we've got air element, communication. As I said, communication will start to move forward for you. Your person has got Saturn return. Aries, I am. So some sort of action to be taken there. We've got Yod Destiny, and we've got Grand Trine. So this is saying don't give up. You've got a sort of a fairly unique path laid out for you. It won't be easy, and there will be some sacrifices, but I feel that you'll stick with it because of the depth of the relationship, or the meaning that comes from it. Bottom of the astrology deck is void of course, moon missing. Let's get some goddess guidance. Rhiannon coming in for you. So this is a double manifestation card here. This is for you and this is for your person, but possibly the qualities that I pick up on may be interchangeable. So you may see something for your person which is pertinent to you. Then we've got fertility, some sort of new beginning for them. As I said, I feel that will come in for a lot of people anyway. So we've got white Taurus sensitivity. So just be careful. Emotions could be a bit high. You could be a little bit impatient. Mart, fairness. And then we've got Abundantia, prosperity. Lovely. And you've got Grand Trine, blessing. So, you know, things are looking good. And then at the bottom of the goddess deck is Mawu, Mother Earth. This is all about grounding and getting in touch with the earth in whatever way is appropriate for you. Let's get a destiny card. Communication, yeah, very, very important. It's highlighted here as well. Okay. Okay, gibbous moon, you are very close to achieving your goal. I think this is pertinent for you and your, particularly for your person, but you're going to be backing that up. Then we've got new moon in Libra, and new romantic cycle begins. So that's lovely. Okay, so let's start here for you. Rhiannon, sorceress, air element, communicating. So both of these cards are to do with manifestation. So this comes from, obviously, from you. You're the one that manifests everything. So be careful, stay in the present moment. Don't slip into the past or be ruminating about the past. Stay in the present moment. That is where you are at most powerful, and where you can make your decisions and your plans for the future. So air element is all about communication, all forms. So, but it could also be that you're hearing news or you're receiving a message from your person, depending on your situation. But it could be receiving news. It could be something that's coming to you in a sort of a more global context or a more general context, or it could be very specifically for you via email or some other method. Or, as I said, could be communication between you and your person. If you are not in the same place, some sort of, it could be electronic, via internet, or any other method. But obviously communication one-on-one is hugely important as well. It's also about really applying a sort of a more analytical view of things. So this is less emotional and more analytical in order to manifest. Because sometimes when you put too much emotion in something, sometimes it can cloud the issue. So what you first of all have to do is be very clear about your intentions before you go ahead with manifestation. So your intentions must be pure, they must be clear, and then the manifestation will occur. So it is also a thinking element. It's all things to do with the air element, so it's thinking, words, communication, and also obviously written things. It could be contracts, it could be documents, and it can also be air travel. In some cases, as I said, you may not be in the same place, or you may be going away for a trip or doing something to do with that. It can also be just taking a break and going somewhere high up, like a mountain retreat, or a day away, or a weekend away, or whatever you can do. Just to, what it does is it raises your perception. Any sort of high place will do that, and even in an aircraft it will do that. It just lifts you out of your everyday life, and it helps to give you a perception shift. So all of these aspects coming in, but it could also be, as I said, just direct communication that you need to bring in for you and your person. But this is positive thoughts, positive words, then that is what will manifest. You've got to speak things into existence, really. So if you've got affirmations, then speak them every day or whenever you can. But your intentions are important here. So this is what Rhiannon is saying, okay? So Sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. That's really what she's saying. Because you're magical, we're all magical. Our words are magic. That's why it's called spelling. Okay, you're casting spells. So make sure you are casting positive spells. All right. Focus on things that are important to you. Detach to a certain degree to be able to see things clearly, to work things out, to weigh things up. Weighing up. Maybe there's a decision pending here, but obviously make the decision from your heart, but you just need to get a little bit of perception when it comes to weighing the options up or weighing up a decision. And this is where the air element comes in. It could also be that you may need to bring more love into the situation. Being an Aquarian, the air element is your natural element. Perhaps you have, it depends on obviously other aspects of your chart, but it could be that you may need to bring a bit more love into the situation as well. So just take it as it resonates. So, by that time, you're going to get a result, or it's about your goals and your commitment and what you're going to actually move forward with. And she says, exercise your magic self. This can be in words, in actions, in what you're talking about, what you're writing. Exercise your magic, cast your spells, but make sure they're positive ones. Your clear intentions are important. And this is, as I said, doubly important here with the communication. So now, for your person, we've got a star of fertility and we've got Saturn return age. So it could very well be that you are just starting on your relationship journey, and you're hoping that things are going to come together now in some way, shape or form. And this is what you are trying to manifest. Because it says here, gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. So as I said, it could be to do with the relationship which you're trying to move forward into the next level or the next phase or whatever the case may be. Or it could be something that, your person is busy working on because they've got Saturn return. Or it could be that something that you're working together in your relationship, something that you're trying to move forward together on. This could be relocation. It could be a number of things that are, coming in for you. It could even be purchasing a home or something of that nature. So we've got Saturn return. This is a wonderful opportunity for your person to basically start again. It's a second chance aspect. So whether this is to do with the relationship or something personally within their own lives that impacts them and your relationship, this is kind of you reap what you sow. So they may be having things that they're seeing the manifestations of what they have planted previously, whether they've been good or bad or perceived as good or bad. They could be seeing something very differently to how they looked at it before. It could also be coming back as a bit of a disappointment, or there could be some loss involved as well. In some cases, it can be a loss where they lose something, but actually what it does is it then shifts their attention and their energy into the present moment, and that frees them up to go after what is really close to their heart, what it is that's really important for them, what it is that they could have, should have, or would have done earlier in their lives, or at some other time in their lives if they could have. So it's got that energy about it. It's a second chance, but this is really important. This is very important. It's a very freeing energy, because what it will do is even though it may be presented wrapped up in a loss or in some kind of shift that may be feeling uncomfortable, the gift is that they now can go after their own goals, their own dreams, their own responsibilities, instead of perhaps carrying things for other people or in situations that were just suitable for the time. But now this is about really what makes their heart joyful, what is really important to them. It could be career, or it could be the relationship, as I said. It could be you. You know, maybe you've been waiting for some time for this to come around. So, but it's a wonderful opportunity to release. It's a release and a redirect. That is the energy. Release the energy from where it has been and a redirect. But this time it must be something that's important, something that they could have, should have, or would have done. It's, you know, it really is it's a gift, actually. You know, it's going to take work, and it's not going to be fast moving, but it's going to require their, you know, really they're going to have to apply themselves to this, to overcome fears and worries and things like that. They mustn't allow their age, whether they're older or younger, to stand in the way. Okay, that is a fear, that is a concept. This is something that they need to do. It's something important, something that they want to build. You know, it's taking responsibility for your own happiness. That's basically what it is. You're not carrying things for other people or doing things robotically just because it was suitable for the time. And this can be quite a big shift for some people. It's also, as I said, it can bring in a lot of harmony and a lot of progression, but they've got to lay the foundation, and whatever foundation gets laid under a Saturn return, it will ensure that it's laid firmly, okay? Any foundation that is laid under this will be long-lasting, so that's ultimately what they've got to aim for. Ostara fertility, it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So this is important for them. This is wonderful, abundant energy. This could be any time that the flowers are out and it's the light is bright. So it could be summer for northern, and it could be spring for southern hemisphere. But there's, you know, a lot of abundance, a lot of things growing. There's bunnies, there's magic, there's seeds being planted. You know, it's a wonderful fertile time. This could also be physically fertile as well, if your person is a feminine, some sort of fertility cycle, or it could just be a fertility cycle as in starting new things, or some other change of direction, or a new relationship, or a new level within your current relationship. So now for the current situation, just be aware with the Aries I am, because this is a very impulsive, forward-moving, very enthusiastic, passionate energy, which is fine. But you do have got your void of course moon, which is a quiet time. This is not a time to be initiating big actions and going after things, or putting your energy into things that really matter or are important to you. This is more of a dreaming, planning, rest and recovery period. So I feel that is going to be in play for a while. So any impatience or anger or sort of frustration, just keep that in check. Rather focus on the powerful energies that come in with this, which is get things done. This is no nonsense energy. This is going after certain things, but you may just have to temper it for now. So it's like tempered steel. So it's keeping it warm until you get the go ahead, and then you can move forward with this. But you can also get a lot of other things done. You know, this is normal routine things around you at this time that need to be sorted out. But it can also be just the rising up of that sort of passionate energy, enthusiasm, and so on. But I feel that it could be, I feel it could be a bit more about impatience and a bit of quick temper, impulsiveness, rushing around, things like that. Just keep that in check, because you have got sensitivity here. You know, she says you are becoming increasingly sensitive, avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. So I feel this action needs to be directed to your environment as it is at the moment. Release yourself from things that trigger you. So this could be foods, it could be medicines, it could be social situations, it could be any place or anything in your environment which is triggering for you. Because once you start on the ascension path, you automatically become much more sensitive. So your body and your emotions and just everything becomes heightened, you know. So lots of things that didn't bother you before suddenly start to bother you. You know, and this can be loud music. This can be lots of, you know, crowded places, crowded shopping malls, things like that can actually drain your energy. So just cut back on all of those things, trim away what you don't want around you, just schedule things, just give yourself more quiet time. This is also a time to spend in peace and meditation, or walking in nature, or just quietly at home doing whatever you want to do, gardening or whatever. But it's time to spend more inward focused, and this will help you to clear your mind, to make other decisions and within the relationship, and also to listen to your guidance, okay? Because with the sensitivity comes downloads or uploads from spirit, and so you need to listen to that. So dial back the impatience, the quick tempo, or anything like that, or frustration, any of those things. In some cases you may be facing a challenge, or you may have to defend something like that, a challenge or a defense, that may be coming in as well. Or it could be that your person, maybe he or she has got a bit of competition for you. This could be coming in a variety of ways. But sensitivity means it's time to just, pull back a bit and look after your body and your energy and your emotions. So as I said, with the void of course moon, this is not normally a very long period. It's usually about a week. But with Mercury retrograde currently and going direct on the 22nd, I feel it's this next while, possibly till the end of the month, or maybe just before that. See how it resonates for you. But this is a time where it's like a rest and a recovery period. It's a time to be quiet, to carry on with your normal routines and the odd spontaneous thing. But it's really as a time for rest and recovery, planning and dreaming. Thinking about things and what you want to put into place. But I feel once we get to the full moon in Capricorn, and possibly even once Venus moves into Leo, then I think you will move ahead. But this phase I think will be over by then. But let's see. But void of course moon, that's the kind of energy. It's saying don't put your energy into anything you really want, because the energy will go awry. You probably won't get a good result or no result. And this can apply to anything. So just stay as you are, do your normal things, and wait for the energy to shift, and just do your dreaming and planning in the meantime, thinking about things, working on things, and wait for the energy to shift, and then you can bring your Aries energy in. As I said, to help your energies, Mawu, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. That may be an interest of yours. It could be about social reform or some other interest to do with the earth. Anything like that is going to be helpful for you. Giving back to the earth is always helpful and much appreciated. So this can be, you can do anything. You can be recycling, you can be doing gardening, you can work in a community garden, you could be helping others, growing things, whatever's the situation. Get your hands in the soil if you can, or just spend time in nature. Very, very helpful for grounding, to ground your energies. Because with all this air element and being an air sign, and the manifestation which is coming down, I feel this is downloads and uploads. You need to ground. You need to ground your energy. So that you do this through meditation, through walking with your bare feet on the earth, spending time in nature, and doing grounding activities. Eat grounding foods, root-based foods, and just look after your energy. But it can also be recycling, removing toxic things from your environment. And we've already discussed this with the sensitivity. So there certainly seem to be things around you, any broken things around you, remove out of your environment, sell them or pass them on, or whatever you can do. Recycle or upcycle, clear away toxic things from your environment, and your space. All of these things are important, but make sure that you're grounding yourself. Now we have got here for the advice, we've got Yacht Destiny, we've got Mart Venus. So it looks like there's some sort of contract or document situation going on, or it could be a legal situation, or it could just be a discussion or a mediation, or a strong communication about something. Something really needs to be sorted out. This is where Mart comes in. Most often it's legal, but obviously you take it for your how it resonates with you. So it's saying that things will be handled fairly, whatever is on the cards for you. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So with this situation, it's best to just put your case forward, whatever it is that you need to say or express or get down in paper, contract or whatever it may be. Put your case forward and then detach from gunning for a specific outcome or being fixated on a specific outcome. Because she's saying that you can't see all the points of view involved here. You don't have access to everybody's point of view. You only have access to yours. So let the mediator or the legal situation or whatever it is, or even Mart or the universe, let that step in to bring the best and the best and possible outcome forward, and just detach from that. And I feel that's also why you've got the air element card, and why you've got clear intentions here. So be very clear about what you're intending. And that will work in your favor. That will work, so cast a positive, but come with a clear and pure intention and put your case forward, and then let the step back and let the universe deal with it. Then your destiny, this is saying that with regards to the relationship, this is is fate, it's destiny. It's this person has some aspect in your life with that, they're like fated. So the relationship is fated, and there are aspects of the relationship which you simply won't be able to give up on, because they're important for you in some way, shape or form. The two of you are working on things together. You may have chosen issues to work on together in this lifetime, whether it's a short time or a long time, whatever is appropriate in your relationship. But these are things that you've chosen to work on. And it's saying that destiny and fate is in your path. It may feel a bit like you're doing things on your own, whether this is within your relationship or the two of you maybe are moving forward in a direction, because your destiny sometimes can it put you on quite a unique path where you won't have others around you who can give you support and advice, because they simply are not on the same wavelength or the same mindset as you. They focus on other things and they can't quite connect with you. You're kind of marching to your own drummer. It's got that energy about it. It's also got a pioneering energy about it. So you may be doing things quietly on your own, either within the relationship or together, as I said, working on something specific. It could be contract or document related. But it's saying that, this is a unique path. The steps are not going to be known and seen. You're going to have some unknowns. There are going to be a few sacrifices. There could be a little bit of chaos going on as well, trying to sort things out. And it's just saying that, just keep weathering it all. Stay focused on your inner guidance. So listen to your inner guidance. This is why you have the Sorceress Rhiannon, and you've got air element communication here, and you've got sensitivity. So you're going to be receiving guidance. That's what this energy is about, receiving guidance. Listen to your inner GPS, listen to your guidance, and that will show you the steps to move forward. That's your inner GPS. Okay, so you've got to follow that. Keep on with that. As I say, you're going to get one step at a time. All right, you're not going to see the full path. So there are going to be some unknowns, but it's about staying true to that, and you will have success on the other side of this. And you're also going to learn an incredible amount, and you're going to build up your inner strength. But you're going to learn a lot during this process. Now, it says here also a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So I do feel that whatever occurs, whether it's in this existing relationship or you're only just coming together, whatever the situation is, some sort of new cycle is beginning. And it could be also kind of starting something new, or you're changing something within your environment. Perhaps your person is changing career, and therefore you're changing pace within the relationship, or you are relocating, or whatever the situation may be. But it's saying that a new romantic cycle is here for you. So this is about balance, always with the Libra, always about balance, balancing your needs, balancing their needs. And this is why you've got marked fairness here, okay, and why you've got clear, you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So it's about your intentions, balance, mutual support. Your needs and their needs both need to be heard and acted on. It's a kind of energy where you are balancing your needs and their needs. It's mutual support and understanding and hearing each other out. So your communication is going to be hugely important at this time. And this is why you have all this communication energy. There may be contracts and documents involved, but it's saying that come back to balance in all things, all right? And this is about negotiation. This is about mediation. In some cases, it can be compromise. Depends on your situation. But it really is highlighting the balance aspects. Now, we have got here for the outcome or the potential, we've got abundance, prosperity, and we've got grand trine blessings. So as I said, you may be starting a new part of your life, or you may be starting something new, whether it's together or something within the relationship. But it's saying that prosperity is coming in for you. Now, this prosperity can be monetary, obviously. Perhaps I feel it's to do with your person. Perhaps you're starting a new business or a new stage of your life, or you're coming together finally. So this prosperity could actually be in the form of abundance, as in love, support, joy, happiness, blessings, relief, rescue. It could be gifts, it could be rewards. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it's saying the universe is pouring. Oh, sorry, it's my kitty. Let me just take it down. Sweetie, you can't jump up there. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So this is about being open, being receptive. There's a cornucopia of abundance coming in there for you, and be open to receiving. Receiving is a feminine quality, but whether you're a masculine or a feminine doesn't matter. We have both, so we've got to balance both in order to anchor our abundance. So this is very much about channeling the abundance for yourself, but you've got to be able to anchor it down, and that means you've got to be receptive. You have to be open to receiving, and this is putting away, letting go of shame or guilt or any kind of reticence when it comes to receiving help or any kind of support. It's about being open to receiving and saying thank you, and then be grateful and leave it at that. This is your manifestation coming in for you now, however it comes to you, and it can often come through other people. Other people deliver the result or the whatever it is that you require. So be open to receiving. That is the main course for this, and then that will bring this abundance in for you. Grand Trine Blessings is a lovely card. It's a very harmonious card. It's got the element of completion, or settling, or harmony, or flow with it. So I feel that you're going to overcome obstacles. That's really what it's saying. That obstacles that you've had in your way before are going to just kind of dissolve, or they will just be lifted away. And then you can start to move forward. Or if there is anything that is kind of perceived as an issue or a problem, you'll just flow around it. You'll find ways to just move on. So it's got a lovely flow element to it, but it can be completion in some cases. So this could be overcoming a difficulty or navigating a new path, and now you're on your way, so that you kind of are moving forward. The era of the cycle of struggle, or whatever it was that you had before, has ended. So it could be that. It can also be sort of, good fortune smiling on you. So this can come in, as I said, in many, many forms. It could be rewards. It could be monetary. It could be support, guidance, help, love, joy, all of these things. Whatever is a blessing for you. And that's coming in, and a very harmonious energy. And it can also be the rising up of talents or abilities. You may be noticing certain things, certainly with all the beautiful downloads and uploads that are coming in, all the manifestations here. And the new starts, something may be triggered, and it's like a skill or an ability or a talent starts to rise up. Or it could just be, being able to manage change. That's what you've learned. You've learned to manage change, or you've learned to navigate the Yod destiny path, which can be really quite tricky. Just going through, pioneering on a path that you don't really know where it's headed. You're not sure, but you just stick with it because you feel that you're following your inner guidance. So this is bringing in a lot of flow and a lot of happiness, I feel. I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time.